Twilight Registry. Case File TR-20260616-LF80. Recovered audio transcript. Classification: anomalous field recording. Submitted by Backcountry Fire Management Division. Redacted District, Pacific Northwest Region. Subject: Ranger Corinne Adler. Age 34, 18 months, stationed at Pale Elk Lookout. Note: the following is a reconstructed transcript of a 9-hour audio log, filed as a routine 6-hour shift record. We have omitted the first 5 hours and 42 minutes of standard operational log. Weather observations, wildlife sightings, smoke check times, and begin at the point of anomaly. The time is approximately 22:14 on the night in question. All times are approximate, derived from audio file metadata. Ranger Adler's voice throughout this section is calm and professional. She speaks as she normally does during shift logs. Begin anomalous segment transcript. 22:14:07. Checking the north window. Visibility is down to maybe 1.5 miles. There's a light mist coming in off the ridge. No smoke indicators. Recording standard end of shift atmospheric. 22:14:41. Hold on. There's someone on the access trail. On foot. Coming up from the south. That's unusual. It's past 10. I'm going to vote 22:16:03. Still approaching. Single individual. No gear I can see. No pack. Walking at a normal pace, not rushed. I've got the radio if I need it. 22:17:19. They've reached the base of the tower. I'm going to cool down. 22:17:44. The second acrid own foe. 20:00:44. They're inside. I've got invited them up. They said they'd been on the trail since morning. They got turned around. I'm going to let them wait out the mist. I'll log contact with dispatch after. 22:22:04. They're inside. I've got them seated at the desk. No identification on them. They didn't give a name. I asked twice. They said names weren't something they carried on this part of the trip. I wrote that down because I thought it was worth writing down. 22:29:17. I made coffee. They didn't take any. They're just sitting there, watching the north window. I asked where they were headed. They said forward, which isn't an answer. 22:41:05. We've been sitting here for about 20 minutes without talking. That would normally bother me. It doesn't. I've been doing my log entries. They're still watching the north window. 22:58:33. I asked if there was anyone I could call for them. Trailhead contacts. Family. They said no one who uses a phone. I said okay. That seemed like the right answer, but I don't know why. 18:14:09. I've been sitting here for almost an hour with this person, and I can't tell you what they look like. I've tried twice to make a physical description for the log, and each time I finish the sentence, I don't remember what I just said. I'm going to try again. They are the right size for the chair. 23:14:27. That's not a good answer. I know that's not a good answer. I'm going to try again after the mist clears. 23:31:55. I just looked up from the log and... Okay. They moved. Then no longer at the desk. They're standing near the east window, looking out. I didn't hear them get up. The floor in here creaks. It always creaks. 23:32:19. I asked if they were all right. They said, better, now that the window faces the right way. I didn't ask what that meant. 23:47:44. Something I want to record. A few minutes ago, they put their hand on the desk. Just rested it there. And the wood underneath their hand looked different. Darker. Not wet, just older. Like the grain had compressed. I looked again after they moved their hand and the desk looked normal. I've been in this tower for 18 months. I know what the desk looks like. The mom in reach crowers. I say my entire intesks will despised higbrops. Get me too much clash in the yaud-paud canned. He thought his brappy stream catch is going to wait. They did not listen to the sound. Now they care everything that I look. And I wouldn't care about this pink and a mumminator strain. I couldn't add a couple of it. I did not revelate a huge blast. I can't get about it. I stopped disgust accompanying this 3:04:30. I'm going to sit here for a minute. I feel fine. I feel the same as I always feel at this station, which is mostly alone, mostly calm, mostly grateful for the dark. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel afraid. I feel like I was visited by something that was deciding something, and that it has decided, and that whatever it decided is not about me directly, but that I am adjacent to the radius of whatever comes next. I don't know where that came from. I'm going to file this as an anomalous contact report and attach the full audio. One more thing. Before they left, I asked, I don't know why I asked this. It isn't a protocol question. I asked if they'd been here before. They said yes. I asked when. They said often. I asked if they'd been to this tower specifically. They looked at the desk, at the dark mark that wasn't there anymore, and they said, we left something here once, a long time ago. We were just checking to see if it had grown. 00544, end of anomalous segment transcript. The recording ends at 00544 mid-sentence. Ranger Adler was reached by radio contact the following morning and reported a routine night. She noted no unusual contacts. She had no recollection of the visitor, the conversation, or the final 2 hours and 49 minutes of audio in her own log. She was asked about the desk. She said the desk looked fine. She said it had always looked fine. Twilight Registry sent a field team to Pale Elk Lookout 11 days after the report was filed. We examined the desk. We found a small area on the surface, roughly the size of a hand, where the wood grain had a different character than the surrounding area. Denser, older looking. Our field technician ran a sample for us. The report came back yesterday. The wood in that area is the same species as the rest of the desk. The same tree, the same cut. But the cellular structure dates it approximately 400 years older than the rest of the surface. The desk was manufactured in 2003. The analysis is being rerun. We don't expect different results. Case status? Open. Analysis pending. Ranger Adler remains stationed at Pale Elk. She has not reported any further anomalous contacts. She told our field team when they left that she hoped we found what we were looking for. When we asked what she thought that might be, she looked at the desk for a long moment and said, "I think you're looking for what it left behind." And I think it grew. This is the Twilight Registry.